Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon Perna, and every year my friend over at EA Sports gives me the list, the exclusive list of the Madden covers that were nearly created but ultimately rejected. We now know Lamar Jackson will be on the cover of Madden 21, which will be the first Madden that you can play on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, and should be released in August, unless a delay occurs because of COVID. Honestly though, I'm a little more excited about NFL 2K, but since I don't get exclusive access to their covers, we will continue with the players and ideas ultimately rejected by the Madden game developers and marketers. So today I bring you the top 10 rejected Madden covers for Madden 21. Whew. That's good sports. You know what to do. Subscribe, click the notification button. Today's episode is sponsored by Manscape. Manscape.com/goodsports. That's where you get your discount for your Manscaped products. That is the only way you get the discount. And that is the only way to keep the bad Manscaped poetry coming at you. Stay at home and scape your balls with no fear to scrape your balls. Nothing else to do in quarantine. Prepare your man eggs like Florentine. The Lawnmower 3.0 will safely leave your junk groomed and ready for show. Big, small, thick, tall, Manscaped.com can help you groom them all. Never nick your nuts with its ceramic blades. Make your testes smoother than the Everglades. Diamond textured grip, so your trimming hand never slips. And it's waterproof, so it's always drip. LED light, so it's always lit. Drip, lit. Does that make me hip? No, but between the hips is where I got Manscaped tips. With proper pelvic hairstyling, your girl will walk away smiling. Off your body is where your pubes should be compiling. Disenthralling your junk with Manscaped products is balling. My discount link, manscaped.com/goodsports, is calling. EA Sports made one of the best decisions in marketing history, choosing Lamar Jackson for the cover. The runner-up was actually Derrick Henry, and the photo they wanted was Henry stiff-arming Earl Thomas for the cover. Whenever the words Earl Thomas and stiff are lumped together, weird things happen. And EA would have had to change the game rating to mature had they went with that cover. EA Sports, it's in the family. Now, the new Madden will feature the most diverse facial hair assortment we have ever seen. You have the Big Ben quarantine beard, finally a look to match his rapey past. Give your player a customizable N95 mask instead of a beard. You can select the Gardner Minshew mustache to help you feel like the man you will never become. And they just added, just this week, the Steve Underwood, which is the kind of facial hair you get when you French kiss a bottle of Rogaine every night. Or only eat pork that comes from the bearded pig. Now for the rejected covers, coming in at number 10, Aaron Rodgers 1/11 Football Edition. The only way to be the best is to have nobody around to help you, and Aaron Rodgers is being forced to master that on the field. Football used to be a team sport, but now the Packers are a one-man army. Study physics so you can learn how to throw the ball at such an angle that you have enough time to run under it and catch it yourself in the end zone. Date celebrities, fend off Christmas presents from your family, and alienate the team's first-round pick. Sure, he didn't choose this shit, but you can. You can even exchange text messages with Brett Favre, who always just responds, "Now you know how I felt." Number 9, it's the entrenched dictator Bill O'Brien overthrow. Play as a fed-up Texans fan, leading the revolution against oppressive dictator Bill O'Brien. The gameplay challenge is actually one of Madden's best. You start week 1 with a customized and stacked roster. Every week though, your game gets more difficult to win as Bill O'Brien trades away one player for a lesser player until you reach the playoffs, where he doubles down, relinquishing 2 players per playoff week. At the conclusion of your season, you get to select a weapon, maybe a torch, a pitchfork, or a battering ram, and you siege the team facility. Tie the final boss, Bill O'Brien, to the back of a horse, toss a sack over his head, and send him into the woods, where he must spend the next 7 years searching for the Houston Oilers. As soon as you have reacquired DeAndre Hopkins, gotten back a majority free of your squandered draft picks and restored the team's culture, Bill O'Brien's sister, who many fear is more evil and incompetent than even Bill himself, is there to trade DeAndre Hopkins again and then trade Deshaun Watson to the Bears for Nick Foles and Ted Ginn. Number 8, it's the Kill Another Spring Football League edition. Roger Goodell's job doesn't look that hard, does it? Try your hand as commissioner of a spring football league and see how you fare. Just come up with 3 letters, one of which has to be F, and then sign a bunch of guys like Cardale Jones and Nelson Spruce. Carefully design the shittiest uniforms money can buy, like the Rams, and then open a sweatshop of marketing professionals promising them they can see their families again only as long as 10,000 fans show up for the next game. And then, after all of your hard work, you get to lay off thousands of workers thanks to one of 2 outcomes: insufficient funds, or my favorite, an act of fucking God. Madden developers have developed an algorithm based on your gameplay and your decisions within the game to create an act of God that most terrifies you. Oh, wow. Number 7, we have the Jameis Winston 30-30 Vision. What a fun version this could have been. In the Zen religion, there must be total balance. No one exemplifies the yin and the yang of football quite like Jameis Winston. In this edition, you must finish a season with the same number of touchdowns and interceptions, all while leading your division. Once you finally establish the harmony that can only come with perfect 30-30 vision, an aging quarterback will come for your job. But unlike in real life, you get to defend your honor in a Mortal Kombat-style death match to remain QB number 1 in Tampa, or wherever you play as Jameis. If you win the death match, your vision potential rises to 40-40 for the next season. If you lose, though, you suffer the worst fate for any quarterback. No, not playing for GM Bill O'Brien. You have to marry Kristen Cavallari and then help build her a mansion and sell jewelry in a Sims-like game scenario. It is fucking hell. The number 6 rejected cover, Dr. Fauci, NFL Team Doctor. Finally, a version of Madden for medical students. Now there's a chance football does not happen this fall, which means there's a chance football does not happen in the form of Madden 21. After all, it is a lot easier to contract a virus online than it is leaving your house. Play as Dr. Fauci as you perform real-time virtual surgeries, repairing ACLs, Antonio Brown's feet, brain surgery to fix Brown's head, properly identify and diagnose concussions, and monitor durations for concussion protocol. Go to court to fight malpractice lawsuits, and jump into first-person shooter mode to kill fake doctors spreading fake medical info like Dr. Oz and Dr. Drew. Trick Dr. Phil into a swim session so you can drown him in his own pool. And for your final challenge, put Alex Smith's leg back together again. If you finish this game, you will be a certified doctor and ready to invent a version of football that complies with all social distancing guidelines. 6 feet of separation on the field at all times. Or as NFL coaches refer to it, the Cardinals defense. Coming in at number 5, he may never get to a Super Bowl, but Phillip Rivers could have gotten the Madden 21 cover in the Phillip Rivers Existential Crisis Edition. Finally, an erratic game to match the many faces of Phil. Phillip Rivers has long had to use the silent count, both on the road and in his own stadium. Now, in Indianapolis, where the crowd has been conditioned since the days of Peyton Manning to be silent while the Colts are on offense, Rivers is hearing the sound of his voice for the first time as he calls out audibles. Yeah! And he's starting to become self-conscious. Soon, it starts to snowball. Why does my voice sound like that? Who am I? What is this large, oblong leather object in my hands, and why is it not being used for some form of procreation? Why are these people trying to hurt me? Who are all of these tiny humans in my house? What does it mean to even be human? Why am I now coaching Catholic high school football in Alabama? Probably the hardest version of Madden, as some of the games you play aren't even real. Number 4, we have rookie Jerry Judy Big Bird Sesame Street Adventure. Now, after establishing what kind of housing they will actually have here in Denver with fellow rookie KJ Hamler, you can begin your career journey with rookie receiver Jerry Judy.
I never been to Denver. I'm trying to see what I ain't never been to Denver. They say we can live in a apartment or a cabin. I'm like, I ain't messing with no. I don't know, but cabin's nice.
I ain't living in no cabins.
They nice though.
Cabins.
They straight.
Well, they probably is nice. I just, I'm from Florida, so we don't got cabins down here.
They talking about bears be walking in the crib and everything.
Oh, no, I ain't with none of that.
In this fun edition, you play as Broncos wide receiver Jerry Judy after the evil Tyreek Hill spikes his Gatorade with LSD. Jerry starts to hallucinate that Denver, Colorado is now Sesame Street. Cortland Sutton is Big Bird. Drew Lock is Elmo. And Vic Fangio is Oscar the Grouch. Help Jerry navigate from the team facility to his Floridian cabin atop the John Denver Rocky Mountains without having a nervous breakdown or getting a possession charge. The trippiest version of Madden yet. Might also just be the most fun. The number 3 rejected cover, LA Rams logo designer. Here at the LA Rams, graphic design is our passion, and so can you. Become the lead graphic designer for a $1 billion NFL franchise. No experience required. And no notes on your designs. We will literally take the first design you create and use it for everything, even if you stole it from a college in Texas. Now maybe it's because I am an arts nerd, but I love this version of the game. It reminds me a lot of Mario Paint. Not to toot my own horn, but I actually created a much more disturbing logo/Madden cover than the Rams on my very first design attempt. Flavortown, inspired by Guy Fieri, the real-life face of the new Rams logo. Coming in at number 2, we've got Sam Darnold Ghost Recon. Sure, it was embarrassing when ESPN caught Sam Darnold seeing ghosts against the Patriots on Monday Night Football last season, but now he's conquered his fears and he's ready to sleep without a nightlight. Maybe even help Demi Moore on the potter's wheel. Play as Sam Darnold as he borrows some magic crystals from Devin Cajuste to fend off the evil spirits that Lord Belichick has cast upon the Jets. The ghost of Mo Lewis, the ghost of Mark Sanchez, and worst of all, the ghost of Rex Ryan, who lies dormant as an invisible turf monster waiting to snag the best feed on the field for his consumption. Exclusively partnered with the Wu-Tang Clan, enable QB sidekick Ghostface Killah to help in the fourth quarter as an unpenalized 12th man on the field when the Jets are only down by 56 points. Open mouth kiss as many girls as you want with the mono immunity upgrade available as an in-game purchase. All proceeds do go to Adam Gase's smelling salts and mushroom addictions. This version of the game is littered with invisible challenges you'll never see coming. And finally, the number 1 rejected cover of Madden 21 goes to the shared cover between Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph. It's the let's divide ourselves even more cover. Win 2 games as a backup white quarterback and start an on-field riot after unlocking the N-word. Careful, you only get to use it once before the NFL destroys the audio forever. So nobody can know the truth and rightfully condemn one man for the rest of his life for a big mistake he made in the heat of battle. If an opponent uses the N-word on you, you have the rare opportunity to kill him with his own helmet. If you succeed, you do go to prison and unlock the first ever open world in Madden. Start a prison football league. Defeat the guards by at least 20 points to get back to the regular Madden gameplay. But don't forget to explore the prison grounds for an intricate story mode and endless side missions. Side missions include shank a rival prison gang member in the side. Actually, all of the side missions are just shanking dudes in the sides. Maybe the best literal objective for side missions in game history. But the only true way to win in this mode is to convince other players that your version of what happened on the field is correct in real-time Zoom-style press conferences where you actually answer the questions the media was asking Myles Garrett or Mason Rudolph. Wow, super interactive for the number 1 cover of 2020 Madden 21. Thanks for watching Madden 21 Rejected Covers. Subscribe here on YouTube. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, at Brandon Perna. And make sure you follow my writing partner at Guillermo Yaves on Twitter. That's Will Keys in Spanish. He was a big help for this year's Madden episode.